Now Jesus learned that the Pharisees had heard he was making and baptizing more disciples than John, although Jesus himself was not baptizing, but his disciples were. So he left Judea and went away again into Galilee. He had to pass through Samaria, so he came to a Samaritan town called Sychar, near the piece of land Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there. Jesus, tired from the journey, sat down by the well. It was about noon. A Samaritan woman came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me something to drink." His disciples had gone into the town to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, a Judean man, ask me, a Samaritan woman, for something to drink?" Judeans do not share things in common with Samaritans. Jesus answered her, "If you knew God's gift and who it is saying to you, 'Give me something to drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." She said to him, "Sir, you do not even have a bucket, and the well is deep. So where do you get this living water? You are not greater than our ancestor Jacob, are you? He gave us the well, and he himself drank from it, along with his sons and his animals." Jesus answered her, "Everyone who drinks from this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks from the water I will give will never be thirsty again. The water I will give will become in that person a spring of water welling up into eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I will not get thirsty or have to keep coming here to draw water." He said to her, "Go call your husband and come back here." The woman answered him, "I do not have a husband." Jesus said to her, "You are right to say, 'I do not have a husband,' because you have had 5 husbands, and the man you have now is not your husband. What you have said is true." The woman said to him, "Sir, I see that you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you people say that Jerusalem is the place where people must worship." Jesus said to her, "Believe me, ma'am, an hour is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You people worship what you do not know. We worship what we know, because rescue comes from the Judeans. But an hour is coming, and is now here, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. The Father is looking for people like that to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." The woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, the one called Anointed One. When he comes, he will tell us everything." Jesus said to her, "I am he, the one speaking to you." Just then his disciples came back, and they were amazed that he was speaking with a woman. Yet no one said, "What are you looking for?" or "Why are you speaking with her?" Then the woman left her water jar, went away into the town, and said to the people, "Come see a man who told me everything I have done. He cannot be the Messiah, can he?" They went out from the town and began coming to him. Meanwhile the disciples were urging him, "Rabbi, eat." But he said to them, "I have food to eat that you do not know about." So the disciples said to one another, "No one brought him something to eat, did they?" Jesus said to them, "My food is to do the will of the one who sent me and to complete his work. Don't you say, 'There are still 4 months, and then comes the harvest'? Look, I tell you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, because they are already white for harvest. The one who reaps is receiving wages and gathering fruit for eternal life, so that the one who sows and the one who reaps may rejoice together. In this case, the saying is true: one person sows and another reaps. I sent you to reap what you have not worked for. Others have worked, and you have entered into their work." Many Samaritans from that town trusted in him because of the woman's testimony. "He told me everything I have done." So when the Samaritans came to him, they kept asking him to stay with them, and he stayed there 2 days. Many more trusted because of his word. They said to the woman, "We no longer trust because of what you said. We have heard for ourselves, and we know that this man really is the rescuer of the world." After the 2 days, he left there for Galilee. Jesus himself had testified that a prophet has no honor in his own homeland. So when he came to Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him, because they had seen everything he had done in Jerusalem at the festival. They too had gone to the festival. So he came again to Cana of Galilee, where he had made the water wine. There was a royal official whose son was sick in Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus had come from Judea into Galilee, he went to him and kept asking him to come down and heal his son, because he was about to die. Then Jesus said to him, "Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never trust." The royal official said to him, "Sir, come down before my child dies." Jesus said to him, "Go, your son lives." The man trusted the word Jesus spoke to him and went on his way. While he was already going down, his slaves met him and told him that his child was alive. So he asked them the hour when he began to get better. They said to him, "Yesterday at 1 p.m, the fever left him." Then the father realized that this was the hour when Jesus had said to him, "Your son lives." So he himself trusted, along with his whole household. Jesus did this as the second sign after coming from Judea into Galilee.